Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shado, the internet personality, the best hair back on Space Engineers. And yeah, I took down the lander completely. That's what used to be there. And that's mostly what I used to build all of this. With the refinery, the assembler, I got the little productivity modules on the assembler and the effectiveness modules on the refinery. Got it hooked up with the little reactor here and oxygen generator on there, connected the conveyor system to the medical room over here, and down with the conveyor system over here to a large cargo container that goes towards this lovely piston crane. And unfortunately, I have not actually managed to reach any frickin' iron with this. So, yeah, even though there is iron down here, it seems to be a little deeper than in my previous iron mine, because I'm trying to get to it with this crane, and it just is not... Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's right, I switched up the controls over here. And... oh yeah, that's one other thing about this. This entire station is currently run on battery and solar power. But, yeah, I mean, I can still try. Okay, that's going up. Extend that. Okay. Oh, frames? Okay, there we go. So, like, I can still dig. But I'm not exactly getting anywhere with it. And I got that hooked, connected to this over here, which is dumping all that out, which is all nice. So it's got the conveyor sorter, so I get all the ores and everything that way, and all the stone goes into that connector, or container, pretty much just as a buffer, because I don't have enough connectors right now to spill a whole bunch effectively. Yeah, I have not managed to find the iron down here, except when I said fuck it and I decided to dig straight down, I actually ran into a little iron there. But I did get some iron. There was that big rock of iron right next to my station, and I used the crane to dig up this. So that's where all this came from. I could have gone a little further down and taken that iron as well, but I decided not to make a giant hole in the ground there, just scratch it up. I was like, yeah, leave that. But also, yeah, the fun of voxels. So much physics in Space Engineers, but you still have that there. So I can float up to that and mine that out, and it just becomes one of the lovely rocks that falls down. Now, of course, I've got a limit of like 57 or 64 something stones, so those eventually disappear. Yeah, you can see the couple of them disappearing while I look down there. But it's cool. It's cool. So I have a slight problem. The crane I have can't actually reach the iron, which sucks. So what I need to do is extend it. So let me see. I'm gonna pull this up a bit. I know I don't have any frickin'... the uranium's over there. The uranium's way over there. And I intend to go get it. I already knew I would eventually need to make this crane longer. But already I'm running into the problems where it's just... oh, no. Yeah, do that one. Interesting. Also, I have a little gyroscope to try and fix the shaking, but one weird thing... it actually allows me some mouse movement, which I'm not exactly used to. I was trying to figure out how to override something to make it so it doesn't also make me go up or down, and it was like, yeah, no. We're just going to do whatever the hell we want. Okay, which buttons is which? Okay, that's not it. No, that's not it. Okay, nope. There we go. So pull that back. And let's see, how far is that from the ground? I guess bring it back down. Because I want to be able to access this relatively safely. I'll rotate that around on this side. Slow that down. Slow that down. Okay. Cool. Right. Because I need to deconstruct this. And that's going to suck. But I've also decided, you can see I made the big head on this and I was like, yeah, I could have 9 there and it could still work. And I tested that and it does, but because I need to deconstruct it, it's that much more I'm going to have to frickin' change. However, I also figured out it would probably behoove me. I need a construction component for that? Fine, I'll get a construction component. Jeez. It would probably behoove me to actually go ahead and make a small drill vessel. Not like the one I had before, though. Sort of a small drill vessel built with the concepts I had for the drill ship, the very large one that I was building. So with that in mind, I'm gonna have to make this, figure out how exactly am I going to, because it needs to be far enough over that I'll be able to set up the 4x4 with the cross section, because I have an idea, because the small drills, they don't have to be exactly one next to another, so I don't actually have to have all of the thrusters so far back to actually get them to work, really. I could, like, I could have them that far apart and they'll still be able to drill, and I can fit something in between, and that's something I'm thinking would be a small atmospheric thruster like that. Now, come on, work with me here. Why aren't you frickin'? Okay, fine. I don't need your shit. I go like that, and then that. Ha! And that will be able to so you see, I'm gonna have an array like that, and on top of that, in between that, whatever you want to call it, a 4x4 kinda drill array, and I want to have a little armor plating around it to prevent the explosion problems as best I can. So as it stands, okay, fine, I'll just frickin' put more of this out so I can just have the room I need to do this. There we go. So those 4 that way. And yeah, it's that's pretty much the basis of how it's going to be designed. You're going to have this crisscrossing thruster section that far back, and 4x4, so a total of 16 small drills. And that should be able to be a much, much nicer sort of setup. Now, I'm not going to be able to finish it in this video. I'm doing what I can to just get a little basic idea together, but yeah, I built the, minimum base so far. I got the idea for the crane drill down, and it works. I just can't actually do what I want with it. Construction components. Okay, am I out of stuff? Computers and steel tubes and stuff. I could always throw them in the cargo over here. Okay. Now, one thing about this drill, though, is it's going to need uranium. So, also, I don't have anything to make it. I don't have enough stuff to make even a small reactor, and I think this would need a large reactor, small ship style to get everything functioning together. Only 3 steel plates per small atmospheric thruster. 18 motors. I got a lot of motors in the cargo, though, so I'm not really too concerned about that. Those large atmospheric thrusters on the lander, you get a hell of a lot of motors from that. It's the fun of it all. I hope I got the audio balanced right, too, because the last video on this wasn't very good in that regard, but I didn't really have any way to fix it, so I'm sorry. It's very difficult to try and tell exactly what the hell the balance is going to be according to OBS, because the little green line it gives you for the audio from the game, it's not that different between the explosively loud, not going to be able to tell what I'm saying audio levels, and the what the hell's happening in the game, even I can't hear shit levels. Oh boy. But yeah, I got these motors here. It's the most I can carry in the way I've got it set up right now, and I can just go over here and be like, yeah, 18 motors for you, 18 motors for you, and 8 for you. 11? Something. They got motors. That's the point. And down 1. Fortunately, they fixed it so I can actually use the tier 3 grinder now. That used to cause the entire game to crash, if you remember those videos, where I'm like, why is the game always crashing? What's going on? That's what the problem was. And now you're doing that thing where you're putting frickin' music on top of music. Why are you doing that? Space engineers. Makes sense. They've been messing with the way the music works so that they're like, hey, for construction it'll sound like this, and for the other stuff it'll sound like that, and it's going to be awesome and stuff. And I have no idea what the hell they're doing, because it's just all sorts of shit going on. Motors and construction components, large steel tubes, all that stuff, all that stuff. Wonderful, wonderful. But yeah, because I'm going to need to power this, I'm thinking I'm going to have a small ship, large small ship, large reactor. And that's going to require 95 reactor components, which is good because my small reactor over here has 100 reactor components in it, and I can do that and it won't knock out the oxygen generator's cargo thing, because that's actually just attached in there, so the rest of my cargo system will work fine, and I can put that on that and still run my base with the battery power. Which currently, let's see, it's charging at a higher rate than it's draining. The current input is decreasing, probably because as it's getting closer to noon and it's like the solar panels are set up all like this, and the sun's like, yeah, I'm getting a lot of power in there, and then the sun's like, yeah, actually I'm up here now. It's like, oh, actually the angle's not so good anymore. So that happens. Then it gives a estimate based on current input levels and what have you. So I'm not doing too bad just maintaining, but if I have a lot of stuff to refine, it's gonna take a while. My first thing to really get is gonna have to be some uranium by hand, so I can refine that, and then I can power the drill and get some more. But yeah, designing the small drill in a very similar fashion to how I did. Come on. Okay, yeah. I could see about, like, just the start of the armor shell, as it were. It only takes one steel plate for a small one. So it's actually just as much to finish it as it is to place it in the first place for a small ship. It just requires a little welding. However, since I got that, well, it might fall over because I don't have anything set up wide yet. So maybe it's not the best idea to knock out the landing gear just yet. But before I build it out too wide, I want to be able to actually finish off some of these thrusters and stuff. I'm going to have the conveyor systems together, going and making it all, you know, combine and connect and stuff, and go to a connector, which will have to dock somewhere on the base. Most of this stuff I'm going to have to make out of these drills, because I don't have too many resources right now. I got quite a bit of iron out of that rock, though, so I check how much iron I have left. 44, 33, 78.1 thousand kilograms of iron ingots. Not too bad. Should be fine for making a small ship. My big problem is going to be with nickel and the like, and the reactor components, because the reactor components, of course, require silver to make, and I don't have enough silver even in stuff I can disassemble to get that all together. I should have put the stuff away. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up with a lot more plates than I need. But I can always disassemble the plates and use that to craft some construction components, which I'm going to need quite a few of. They don't take as much steel, but they do take quite a bit more time to manufacture. I gotta be careful. I can put them in there, but the conveyor system, it'll get them stuck in there, so. Fun, 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 fun. It's always the joy of starting out and having to do so much by hand before you have any of the machines built so that you can have them do it for you. Okay, I saw the large steel tubes for that. I think I still need, yeah, large steel tubes on the damn small atmospheric thrusters. They're always a pain in the ass. That particular component. But, you know, since I'm just sitting here smacking away at that all day and still have a little bit of time that I want to spend, I think I'll do the basic run for uranium. Now, this would be a little faster if I had at least a ground vehicle going, which I could make with a battery and a solar panel and just have it like, hey, put some wheels on it and we can go for longer distance. But oh, there I am by my crosshair. I just figured, hey, yeah, that's a long thing, a pretty large iron deposit there. If I can get my crane large enough to take care of it. I know I didn't build it long enough at first, but I wanted to build it at least to get out as much as I could close to the base, and then I could extend it for the longer one, rather than build it really long at the get-go and make it so that I can't actually get all the iron close to my base. Turns out it wasn't able to go deep enough to get any of the iron out of the main vein, but it's still, I built it so it was able to be close enough that I was able to get an ass ton of iron out of that rock right next to my base. So not too bad, all in all. Speaking of rocks, we got those three rocks. You see the one up in the upper left, and there's the one center right and center top. Those rocks also have some kind of ore in them if I get close enough to them with my... oh yeah, do I have uranium in one of those? Because that would be a lot easier than digging way down to reach the uranium there. I'm going to have to carry it by hand, so this is going to be a long, long trek. But still, it could work. Still, though, since I have the reactor up, it's going to use the reactor and turn it on and use that to juice up the batteries. But that's not going to be too big of a problem here. I'm just trying to show exactly what my plan is for getting the basic small amount of power I need to get that atmospheric drill going. Small atmospheric drill rather than my massive Goliath project, which I'm still going to build one. I haven't given up on that. But I am interested in trying to get this... Okay. My proficient hand drill out. Oh yeah, the grass can look better if I set the grass density up. I mean, yeah, you see it's all crisscross there. If you set it to 10, it actually is very difficult to tell. Look at that silicon in that rock. You bastard. Ow, ow, ow. Magnesium. And my face. What the... Okay. So we had another rock over there. There's also one up there, but... eh. Okay, I took out a bit of a beating smashing my face into a rock there. Yeah, I know there's magnesium. How are you detecting it that damn far away? Or is it taking... I think it's taking my camera into account. Yeah, okay. It's like, you don't have that kind of damn range on a frickin' hand drill? What the fuck? This is interesting. Oh, man. Interesting playing on the planet and actually being able to crank up the graphics and play in a higher resolution, and it runs. Okay, what do you get? That looks like it might be nickel, just based on the little fuzziness. Okay, so that's nickel, which isn't what I was looking for. I was hoping for some uranium, but that's still a good find, because that's what I need to make. What the fuck kind of broken voxels are you? That's what I need to make, the motors and stuff, which are very important components. So if I can't find it by my big, words, my giant iron mine, which iron usually comes with nickel and cobalt nearby, but I did see some, like, gold down there, which was really weird. Okay, there's my big, I think if I can find the uranium... I know silicon, I know. I need to find the uranium. And I'm gonna have to dig deep. It's not usually close to the surface. Come on. There it is. You serious? This is gonna be fun. Okay, so crouch down, use the destroy tool. We're gonna get ourselves some uranium. Yeah, how's my power? Energy, 88.9%, okay. Oh. Is that it? Yes. Fill my pockets with uranium. There we go. Now, how much hydrogen? 77.1%. I should be fine. Okay. Now, initial dampeners off. Jetpack on. Let's try this. Just give a nice little launch. Wait. Boost up, boost up, boost up, boost up. Inertial dampeners on. There we go. Whoa! Oh. Ow! I forgot to turn the jetpack off and I just bashed my face into some fucking iron. Oh. I'm like, okay, good. Landed safely. Whack! Okay. But we got some uranium, which means the refinery. Throw that in there and have it refine me some uranium. Now it's going to take a while, as it's uranium, and uranium takes a while, but I'm going to get the most uranium for that uranium ore that I can, because I'm maxed out on effectiveness modules, which will get the most ore per... most refined material per ore. Okay, I got 60% health. Okay, get your health back up. What's that little beeping? Yeah, it already threw it into the reactor. You can see because it's got set green. I think it's using it immediately, so it's constantly turning back on and having a little power-up sound. Fully recharged in 15 minutes, if it gets all the uranium it needs. So yeah, space engineers, we got a little bit of uranium. Very little. It seemed like a nice thick vein of it, though, just in a really freaking hard to get spot. Now, if I can get this going, so that's gonna be. I mean, you can have it like one block out from the edge, and it'll still technically be within the boundaries because of. Or is it only going to go a half block because you can have them one space apart from each other? Or do people actually have them 2 spaces apart from each other and it still works? I can't remember. We're going to find out. If the armor shell doesn't work that far out, then I'm just going to have to take the armor shell off. But, yeah. Going to have this going. Whoa. Oh, yeah. I don't have the inertial dampeners on. And therefore have to constantly fight the gravity if I don't do that right. But it can be useful for conserving hydrogen and just launching yourself off the side of a mountain back into a general direction of where you want to go. But yeah, I gotta deconstruct and redesign the crane a bit so that the crane head can extend down longer. And then I'll be able to actually get quite a lot more iron that's hidden away deep in the earth. And I'll be able to make it so I don't have to worry about getting an ass ton of stone I don't want. I could always just pick up stone and throw it in the refinery and get gravel. It's not like it's gonna be hard. But yeah. It's the space engineers, it's still big, bad, and big. And always giving me problems with my plans. But hopefully the new small drill based on the large drill design that was working really well, honestly, before I lost everything. Hopefully that'll work a little better than my previous small drill design that was just very awkward on planets. It was a good design for, like, space mining, but for mining out on a planet, not so well. But until next time.